Good afternoon. I'm Gwendolyn Morton, and this is Live at 5 on WBON TV9, where every local story starts here. Some of our top headlines for this Friday. Shannon Gilday was back in court. We've got the details. Powell County once again has working storm sirens and a change of venue request in a Southern Kentucky murder case. All that plus more news and local sports and, of course, weather coming up here today live at 5. But first, in our WBON TV big story of the day, during a recent hearing, Shannon Gilday, the individual charged with the murder of a woman in Madison County, has been deemed competent to stand trial. This ruling follows a psychiatric evaluation conducted for Gilday. Police allege that Gilday broke into the home of former state representative Wesley Morgan back in 2022, where he allegedly killed Morgan's daughter Jordan while she was sleeping. Wesley Morgan sustained injuries during the incident as well. Gilday is set to stand trial next May for the charges against him. Well, good news in Powell County. Powell County first responders have achieved a significant milestone in their efforts to enhance community safety. After working tirelessly day and night, they have successfully repaired 11 out of 12 of the county's tornado sirens within just the past 3 weeks. Larry Hall, director of the Powell County 911 Center, highlighted the challenges faced, particularly with funding constraints. However, neighboring Estill County's generous donation of surplus sirens and collaborative effort to install, repair, and test radio and siren communications have enabled the restoration of these life-saving devices for all of Powell County. Very good news there. A significant gas leak occurred at the Town and Country Minute Mart in Camargo, resulting in the spill of approximately 468 gallons of fuel. The incident happened yesterday around 10:30 when a fill line ruptured during the pumping of fuel into the gas station's underground tanks. Cleanup efforts are underway and are expected to take several days to complete. Authorities have reassured the public that there is no immediate threat to public safety. Well, the Pulaski County Sheriff's Office announced that Samuel Baker, the man accused in the murder of Robert Claunch, has been found guilty in Pulaski County Circuit Court. Baker faced a series of charges, including murder, burglary, first degree, convicted felon in possession of a handgun, and persistent felony offender. Following the indictment in April of 2021, the Pulaski County jury commenced hearing testimony on Monday, April the 29th of 2024. After careful deliberation, the jury returned with the conviction for murder and burglary first degree. The jury recommended a sentence of life without the possibility of probation or parole for Baker. Final sentencing in the case will be held later this year. Well, a significant development in the Erica Lawson and the Kentucky mother accused in the death of her 17-month-old daughter. They've requested a change of venue for her trial. Lawson, 21, originally of Mount Vernon, cited the influence of the Knoxville media market, which covers Bell County, as a factor in altering public opinion. The charges against Lawson stem from the tragic death of her daughter at the East Tennessee Children's Hospital back in July. Law enforcement officials described the case as one of the most severe instances of child abuse they had ever encountered, particularly due to the young age of the victim. Commonwealth's attorney, Lisa Fugate, emphasized the severity of the abuse, particularly considering the child's age of just 17 months old. Authorities revealed that family members had attempted to report the abuse earlier in July of the previous year, but were unable to locate the child. Lawson's legal representatives submitted a formal request for the change of venue, citing evidence from social media posts, images from signs in Bell County, and other sources that reflect a prevailing public sentiment regarding Lawson. Lawson faces multiple charges, including murder, failure to report dependency, neglect, or abuse, first-degree criminal abuse, and first-degree wanton endangerment. That's a case we've been following here on WBON TV Channel 9, and of course we'll have more updates as they become available. Well, May 2nd, just after 8 a.m., the Kentucky State Police Electronic Crime Branch arrested Stephen Jones, 39, on charges related to child sexual abuse material. Mr. Jones was arrested as a result of the undercover Internet Crimes Against Children investigation. The KSP Electronic Crime Branch began the investigation after discovering the suspect sharing images of child sexual exploitation online. The investigation resulted in a search warrant in Lawrenceburg on May 2nd. Equipment used to facilitate the crime was seized and taken to the KSP's forensic laboratory for examination. Mr. Jones is currently charged with 1 count of distribution of matter portraying a minor in a sexual performance under 12 years old, a Class C felony that is punishable by 5 to 10 years in prison. He is also charged with 4 counts of distribution of matter portraying a minor in a sexual performance, a Class B felony, punishable by 1 to 5 years. Mr. Jones is lodged in the Franklin County Detention Center. The investigation into the case is ongoing. A Southern Kentucky man is behind bars for attempted murder following an altercation in Clay County. Police responded to a complaint about a fight between 2 men on Pawpaw Road Tuesday. At the scene, Billy Wombles, 40, of Manchester, informed police that he possessed a firearm used in the altercation, which resulted in 1 man being shot in the back. Authorities determined Wombles to be the primary aggressor and charged him with attempted murder and first-degree wanton endangerment. He was subsequently taken to the Clay County Detention Center, where he remains. In eastern Kentucky, a man is behind bars charged with rape. According to authorities, a woman approached police at a gas station in Inez on April the 30th, alleging that she had been raped after being picked up by the man. The victim told deputies from the Martin County Sheriff's Office that she had been picked up at the Senior Citizens Center. The man had picked her up and mentioned 2 women from a local drug treatment center who had been raped and killed, and asked if she was aware with the case. At that point, Stephen Kastorf, 45, of Inez, allegedly forced that victim to perform sexual acts. Kastorf dropped the woman off along Kentucky 645 before being located by police using video surveillance from the Senior Citizens parking lot. He was subsequently charged with first-degree rape and taken to the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Got some more rain moving into the area. We've got Todd in the Weather Center going to give us a look at the forecast for the weekend. That's coming up next here live at 5.
For State Representative Republican Darrell Billings, a rock-solid conservative ready to defend our values. A third-generation farmer, Darrell Billings knows hard work. Darrell Billings, pro-life, pro-gun, a strong Trump Republican. Darrell Billings, tough on crime, will defend the blue and fight Joe Biden's failed policies. Conservative, committed, ready to lead. For State Representative Darrell Billings.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
I'm Michelle.
And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop's Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cupcadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop's Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond.
We can't wait to see ya.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Are you considering a bathroom remodel? Think about this. Remodeling your bathroom without addressing the plumbing is like going to get a facelift when you need heart surgery. Plumbing is the heart of your home. At Fast Flow, we understand the importance of a well-functioning plumbing system. Our expert plumbers have years of experience in providing top-notch plumbing services. Don't just settle for a pretty face. Choose Fast Flow Plumbing before you remodel and keep your home's heart beating perfectly.
Call a pro at Fast Flow.
Looking for some fun? The Galaxy Bowling Center has a league for you. No matter your skill level, you can come out, make some new friends, and have a great time. Call 624-4444 for details. Or if you're more of a trivia person, Champions Grill has you covered every Tuesday starting at 7 with great prizes and all-you-can-eat wings for only $19.99. Why go anywhere else? The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Grill, your ticket to fun just off I-75, exit 87 in Richmond.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9. A little rain moving back into the area, of course, right in time for Derby. We've got Todd in the Weather Center going to take a look at the forecast.
Hi, Gwendolyn. Thanks. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have some unsettled weather as we head into this upcoming weekend. A little showery out there today. Here is the view from north of town on I-75. And again, those rain showers moving through the region here today. It looks like we will have a couple more of those isolated showers and thunderstorms yet through the evening and overnight time period. As you notice, that may linger into early Saturday morning as temperatures kind of steady into the mid-60s. So a few showers, thunderstorms overnight tonight. It will be an unsettled weekend, though I do think Sunday will be a little bit drier, and then we will see more storms into next week. So for Saturday and Sunday, temperatures will be mild. We're talking mid to upper 70s. And again, Saturday looks like the wetter, or at least more unsettled day of the weekend. Getting into next week, the winds start to increase as a pretty potent storm system develops in the central U.S. once again. So we're going to be dealing with those winds Tuesday to Wednesday, upwards of near 30 miles per hour. And look at the rainfall potential over the next 7 days. These deep reds indicating anywhere from, say, 2 to maybe even 4 inches of rain. So it could be a wet week next week. For tomorrow, though, noticing a storm system in the central U.S., some spotty showers and thunderstorms migrating east. But here's our forecast tonight. As you can see, just a little unsettled, nothing too heavy, but you may get woken up by a clap of thunder perhaps overnight. Getting into Saturday, again, a little more unsettled with these pop-up showers and storms. Not a complete washout, but we are going to have some rain. And then Sunday, I do think that'll be the drier day of the weekend. A little bit less coverage of that rain. Total amounts of rain, though, through the weekend, approaching a ½ inch to maybe 3/4 of an inch or slightly more. Winds out of the southwest at around 10 to 15 miles per hour. And we do warm up into the mid-70s, which, again, will be above average here. And noticing that it stays unsettled, Gwendolyn, into next week. And I do think next week could feature some very heavy rainfall.
Thanks, Todd. And for weather all the time, you can find it on Channel 9 online. Check out our Facebook page and WBONTV.com. Well, some traffic notes to keep in mind. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet has announced scheduled maintenance and a routine inspection for the Clays Ferry Bridge on Interstate 75 at the Madison-Fayette County line. The maintenance will occur Monday, May the 6th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., as well as Tuesday, May 7th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Make sure you are marking your calendars for that because that is absolutely going to cause a delay if you are trying to travel in that area during these times. Motorists traveling northbound on the interstate should be aware that the right slow lane will be closed at mile point 97. The closure specifically affects the section of the interstate located at the Fayette-Madison County line. Of course, that is right there at the Clays Ferry Bridge. It's important for drivers to note that all work and closures are subject to change based on various factors, including the weather conditions, emergencies, and other unforeseen circumstances beyond the control of the Department of Highway. However, it's also important to remember that if you're going to be traveling to Lexington on Monday or Tuesday in the middle of the day, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., that you might want to leave a little earlier and make sure you have plenty of time to get to your destination. That's going to be right at the Fayette-Madison County line as you go across the Clays Ferry Bridge. We're going to take a quick break right here. We've got Dawson coming up with sports, and of course it's Friday. That means that we've got Samantha in with the Weekender Report, and with the Derby coming up this weekend, there's all kinds of great things to do in the area. That's all still to come right here live at 5.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
When the possibility for severe weather is a threat, it pays to have an expert on your side. Kentucky Roofworks and Restoration want you to know that your home is their top priority. When the storms have left you with more questions than answers, Kentucky Roofworks and Restoration is there to walk you through the process and offer free roof inspections and estimates. From wind and hail, fire and smoke damage, commercial and residential. Just Kentucky Roofworks and Restoration. Like them on Facebook to learn more.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we make it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. Offering single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from surgical implant placement and restoration, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. And we now have the Cone Beam 3D technology for taking scans of the jaw. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your host, Michael Watkins, Samantha Burford, and Dawson Rule as they cover sports news for the greater Madison County area. Get your local sports news every Monday night from 6 to 7 on WBON Channel 9 and on Y92.5, V99.3, and WKXO Sports Radio 103.5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by the Richmond Raceway, the Law Office of Patrick O'Neill, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop Small Engine Repair.
Watch the Real McCoys weekdays at 9:30 a.m. on Heartland.
Family known as the Real McCoys.
Watch Laugh-In on Retro TV Mondays through Thursdays at 10 p.m. and Saturdays at 8.
And at the half, EKU leads state 21-7.
I love the way these look.
Thanks.
Yeah, go Colonels.
Is it here? Hey, Coach. It's right here, but shouldn't you be at the game?
Carry your favorite team with you everywhere you go with the new EKU branded debit card from CG Bank. No matter what season it is, always show your Colonel pride.
Has anyone seen Coach?
Well, welcome back on Sports Today. Dawson Rule brings you news about EKU softball championship, scores from around Madison County last night, and some new local basketball signees. Here's Dawson.
Before we get started on some recent scores, tonight is the Madison Southern football spring game down in Berea. Starting at 6 is the alumni game, and following that will be a spring game special with the team. While it's been rainy today, the game will be sure to make your Friday an enjoyable one, so go out and support. Now let's really get today started off by talking some scores for softball and baseball. Starting with college for once, the EKU softball team clinched the outright 2024 A-Sun regular season championship with 7-2 and 4-1 wins over Lipscomb last night. The 1 seed for the A-Sun tournament has also been clinched by the Colonels in these wins. The star of the team, Maddie Rutan, earned the win in Game 1, throwing a 7-inning complete game with 9 strikeouts and getting some key runs scored in the second game. Here are some of the game highlights.
Bad weather looming, and here's Rutan. That should score a run, backing the right fielder in a sacrifice fly RBI. Norman and Stetson at 5 and 16. 2 bouncer quickly gobbled up by that one, laced to right field all the way to the wall. That should tie the game. They'll send her throw to the plate, and we're tied. A double.
Congrats to the Colonel softball team on being outright conference champions. Now on to some local softball scores for the county. Berea played at Williamsburg and put up a fight, eventually losing 14-4 last night. Madison Central got a road win at Boyle County 9-4, with 4 Indians getting 2 hits to lead the team. Brooklyn Gilbo, Real Parks, Kelly Rice, and Olivia Metcalf all gathered 2 hits, while Cassidy Hack, Andrea Linton, Riley Harris, and Miley Cook had 1 hit. Now Madison Southern, they played and also got a big win in the region, 10-6 over Western Hills School. Going to baseball now, Madison Central will be playing at Woodford County if the weather holds off tonight, and Model will travel to play at Bell County. The past few days, I've been reporting on new additions to the UK women's basketball team, whether it be a coach or player. Add another player to that roster as 6'1" Jordan Obie, a graduate transfer out of Penn, will join the program next season. In 3 years at Penn, she combined for 1,142 points, 88 threes, 631 boards, 165 assists, 85 blocks, and 72 steals. Obie was also a 2-time All-Ivy Second League Team selection as a sophomore and junior, averaging 13.3 points and 7.5 boards. If these new transfers and coaches all mesh together quickly, next year could be an amazing season for the UK women's basketball team. Speaking of transfers, the Eastern men's basketball team has also added tons of new transfer players this offseason. Most recently, 6'6" guard Tyler Andrews, who has 2 years of eligibility left. He's joining the team after 2 seasons at Missouri Kansas City University as a sophomore this past season. He played in 32 games, averaging 4.7 points a game and 1.8 boards a game, while shooting 40% from the field. After a few off-season transfers out from last year's team, the new transfers have come right in and reloaded this roster to become talented again. This weekend, UK's baseball team will host second-ranked Arkansas at Kentucky Proud Park for a huge 3-game series. Now, Kentucky was rolling and then had lost 2 of the past SEC series they played to Tennessee and South Carolina. The Cats could make up for that by winning against the Razorbacks this weekend. Tickets are going to be in high demand for this one, so get the ones left as soon as you can. That's going to be all for today's sports coverage. This is Dawson Rule with Madison County's sports coverage.
Thanks, Dawson, for that sports update. One last quick break. Don't go anywhere. We've got the Weekender Report coming up next.
Richmond has its very own TV station, WBON TV Channel 9, featuring 4 new TV channels of programming. Our primary station, 9.1, is available over the air with an antenna on all area cable systems, Roku, and our live player at WBONTV.com. You'll love the local sports and other local programming, including the only local newscast for the greater Richmond area, live at 5 daily. Find out more at WBONTV.com.
If it won't go down.
Call Mr. Rooter, the best in town.
What do I do now?
Call Mr. Rooter, the best plumber in town. Mr. Rooter is Central Kentucky's affordable and reliable plumber. Right now, get any drain in your home clean for only $89. Call 859-253-CLOG. That's 859-253-CLOG. So if you've got a problem that won't go down, call Mr. Rooter. He's the best plumber in town. He'll clean any drain in your home for only $89.
Now I know who to call.
Call Mr. Rooter.
Bye-bye, Poopy.
Are you looking for a brand new SUV that won't break the bank? Look no farther than Jack Burford Chevrolet, home of the newly redesigned 2024 Trax. Bigger, bolder, more refined, and starting under $25,000, the new Chevy Trax is really upped its game. Come see us at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond or check us out at jackburford.com to see everything this new Trax has to offer.
Heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com.
At First Franklin Financial, we make loans for living, offering personal loans from $600 to $15,000 with fixed rates, flexible terms, and payment plans to fit any budget. And with same-day approvals, you can get your money right away. The next time you need a little financial help, First Franklin Financial is here for you. Visit oneffc.com to learn more.
Well, it's Derby week, and that means Derby weekend is upon us, and WBON TV's Samantha Burford is here just in time to help you plan your itinerary for this week's edition of the Weekender Report.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of the Weekender Report for the weekend of May 3rd through the 5th. This Kentucky Derby weekend, well, we have some new events and some outdoor events that are back this spring. So, let's get this weekend started. It's Friday, and it's Derby Eve, and that means it's time for the longest running Derby Eve party. For over 20 years, this event has had many name changes, but this year's theme is Rockin' Derby Eve Benefit Party. And the name may change, but the cause remains the same, to help patients and families served by our local Hospice Care Plus. This event happens May 3rd from 6 to 11 p.m. at the Madison County Fairgrounds with a catered dinner, a live and silent auction, and lots of fun and games. Attire is casual, but you can wear your favorite Derby hat. Saturday morning, enjoy the Richmond Area Arts Council's Derby Brunch. This year's brunch will pay tribute to the greatest thoroughbred racehorse of all time, its Secretariat. Entertainment will be provided by several performers, and an extensive menu will be prepared from EKU Catering, and a cash bar will be provided. Don't miss out on the best hat and bow tie contest, and all guests will be able to tour the historic Linwood Estate. Tickets are available on their website at artsinrichmond.org. So join them on Saturday, May 4th from 10:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Do you know someone wanting to get into traditional woodworking? Get them signed up for the 4-day Berea Makerspace class called Traditional Craft Make the Gibson Chair. It's with Dawn Weber. You will build your own Gibson chair, a stick chair originating from Ireland. Stock prep, shaping, layout, assembly, hand tool usage will all be covered. Sign up at bereamakerspace.clubexpress.com. Celebrate the Kentucky Derby at the Keeneland Derby Day Party on Saturday, May 4th. Derby Day is a community celebration in the Bluegrass, and Keeneland will mark the 2024 Run for the Roses with enhanced programming. It also includes live music, food trucks, family activities, and more for guests to enjoy. Get out your Derby hats for this exciting day at Keeneland. Gates open at 10 a.m. and the 150th Kentucky Derby post time is at 6:57 p.m. Foraging and survival enthusiast Joy Boiling will lead participants on a walk around the farm and an intro to wild, edible, and medicinal plants. It's on Sunday, May 5th at 2 p.m. This is an introductory level opportunity on how to identify and use a variety of indigenous plants for edible and medicinal purposes. Bring your water, some hiking shoes, pants and bug spray, and a suggested donation of $20. On-site camping is available at Homegrown Hideaways, so check out their Facebook page for more details. Watch our Weekend Report every Friday on WBON TV to find out what's happening in Madison and all the surrounding counties. Make sure to send us your event each week so that we can share your event with the thousands of WBON TV viewers. Thanks for watching this Derby edition of the Weekend Report. For the weekend of May 3rd, I'm Samantha Burford.
Thanks, Samantha, for that Weekender report. Lots of great things going on throughout the community over the weekend. Make sure you remember those and get out and enjoy your weekend, even though it looks like it's going to be a little rainy for at least the next few days. Also, don't forget that traffic reminder we told you about Monday and Tuesday, I-75 right there at the Fayette-Madison County line. That is going to be something you really need to watch going on to Monday and Tuesday. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you live at 5 Monday.